So, up till this point, I've discussed a lot about NVIDIA's financial performance as it relates to its revenue, its profits, its cash flow, and valuation. But in this video, I wanted to dig a little deeper into its tech, into the performance, into the reasons behind the numbers. So, let's take a look here. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So Nvidia announced its Blackwell technology, which is the upcoming or latest trend, the latest innovation in its product cycle. And while companies are still trying to catch up to Nvidia's older generation technology, it's already coming out with Blackwell. And Blackwell, according to Nvidia, will create up to 25 times lower cost of ownership than its predecessor. 25 times lower total cost of ownership. And total cost of ownership includes everything for the companies like Amazon, Google, Meta Platforms, Microsoft, OpenAI, and others that are buying NVIDIA's GPUs en masse. So this lower cost of ownership, of course, will increase the return on investment for these enterprises. And if you're going to get an increase in return on investment, you're going to want these products even more enthusiastically. And NVIDIA is saying that this Blackwell delivers up to 4 times faster training and 30 times faster inference than the H100. Those are huge increases from the previous model. So that's going to spur an increase in demand for these products, and that's going to increase the capabilities. And if you increase the capabilities and develop new use cases for these products, then that itself will drive further demand. So it could create this positive virtuous cycle for NVIDIA where its innovation creates new opportunities. Those new opportunities create more demand for NVIDIA's GPUs, which in turn create more innovation, which create more opportunities, and on it can go. This type of technology can create massive upside for NVIDIA and massive upside for the companies employing these chips to develop and innovate their own business and innovate in their own way. So it's really exciting to see this level of increase, this exponential increase in technology. We haven't really seen this in a while. This is the fastest rate of innovation I've seen in a couple of decades in the tech industry. It's truly exciting to see the developments here and the innovations it's creating, starting with the large language model. I think the large language model is just the beginning. It's only the beginning of the opportunities this technology can create. NVIDIA is saying that Blackwell products will be available starting later in 2024. They've already started shipping them out in test versions. It's more likely to be fully installed by the fourth quarter of 2024. And we'll get to see the results from this latest generation technology right around the fourth quarter. So companies will begin using it right around the fourth quarter, and then we'll start to see the developments out of the use cases probably starting the first quarter of 2025. But remember, NVIDIA did say that they're a little bit limited in the supply of this Blackwell. Demand is going to be far in excess than its supply for this latest generation product. All right, so one of the benefits and one of the reasons why customers have flocked to NVIDIA is not just the physical GPUs themselves, but the support services around it, specifically its Cuda X microservices, which provide end-to-end building blocks for data preparation, customization, and training to speed production in AI development across industries. And these include NVIDIA Riva for speech and translation AI, NVIDIA Opt for routing optimization, Earth 2 for high-resolution climate and weather simulations, and NVIDIA Retriever for linking AI applications for business data for retrieval augmented generation. So these support services really help facilitate the use of these NVIDIA GPUs, increase the value, and thereby increase demand from business for these products. Now, some of the companies taking advantage of these services include Adobe, CrowdStrike, Getty Images, SAP, and ServiceNow. Some of these companies like Adobe, CrowdStrike, and ServiceNow, I have several videos discussing how they're implementing artificial intelligence into their business and how that's creating value for their customers and investors alike. Now here, NVIDIA gives us several use cases for their technology, which include data processing, CAD, design, genomics for drug discovery, which is one of the areas where I feel will be magnitudes greater than large language models. Imagine if or when this technology accelerates drug discovery and medicine advances because of the increased computational power of computers that are analyzing genomics. That could really fuel further demand for NVIDIA, and that will be the next phase potentially for even more growth in NVIDIA's business. So it's this kind of really, really high upside potential that has investors really excited about NVIDIA stock. It's already delivering great performance in terms of revenue and profit and cash flow, as I've talked about extensively in my videos, but it still has this massive upside based on these potential use cases as a result of accelerated computing. And really, it's so far in the lead in this regard that competition is like 1, 2, maybe 3 steps behind and unlikely to catch up at least in the next 2 years. Because like we saw earlier, NVIDIA's shipping out the Blackwell technology later this year, and they've already announced the successor to Blackwell, which is the Rubin technology, coming out next year. So those are already going to be next generation, and competitors are still trying to catch up to the product that NVIDIA has out in the market today, which they still haven't been able to catch up on. So in addition to those use cases I just talked about, weather simulation, 6G, quantum computing, autonomous vehicles, robotics, industrial digital twins, and computational lithography. Autonomous vehicles is another one where it could provide massive value to companies employing that technology and then drive further demand for NVIDIA's products if autonomous vehicles accelerate the rate of adoption and really become widespread, and NVIDIA's GPUs help facilitate autonomous vehicles. That's a trillion or several $trillion opportunity in and of itself. I would say closer to several trillion if autonomous vehicles and autonomous driving gets fully implemented and broadly implemented worldwide. That's yet another opportunity. That's what I'm talking about when I discuss this type of massive upside for NVIDIA, on top of the already strong performance right now based on the use cases right now. So it's no surprise that NVIDIA has been one of the hottest stocks in the market this year and last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if this continues for the rest of this year. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.